Hi guys, Jared here with Day Traders FX. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I hope everyone had a great weekend. We're creeping up into Christmas and the New Year, and so I hope everyone's getting some good travel plans in the works and has a good holiday lined up. Okay, let's have a look at the markets. Things have been kind of bumping around a little bit today. You can see that we're about an hour from the close here. U.S. markets haven't done much today. Oil's down a little bit. Gold has recovered quite a bit actually over the last couple of days, and specifically today we saw some decent movements. But as far as the Dow, S&P go, pretty flat, pretty boring. So we're going to look at that on the charts a little bit more in just a moment. As far as news goes this week, we had some trade balance news out of China, and then Monday we had some news out of the Bank of England. Coming into Tuesday, as far as listed announcements go, Tuesday the German Zoo's a bit of a mover, so that'll be right at a little bit after the UK Open, so keep an eye on that. And then we have trade balance Tuesday morning for the US and Canada, so those are both pretty decent movers. Wednesday is going to be a big event. We'll have this live for everyone to join in. This is going to be the FOMC statement. So FOMC statement and the projections and the press conference and all of that can be pretty big movers. So remember, this is the FOMC statement, which will happen first, and then we have the press conference, which happens about an hour and a half later, and that can be a pretty big mover there. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then Thursday we have some retail sales numbers and unemployment claims and so on out of the U.S. And then finishing things up on Friday, core CPI and a little bit of Euro news. So it's a pretty good week overall as far as news goes. Let's talk about this Euro dollar and what we have going on here. Two things I'm very, very interested in on the Euro dollar. Currently, this resistance at 131.50. 131.50 has been a heck of a level, and you can see that we've tested this quite a few times since the first test. Looks like it was back here in September, and then we tested it again in October, and then we just almost tested it again the very first part of this month. So this is the weekly chart once again. So this channel seems to be holding in place pretty well, and then we get this big weekly pin bar here with a high right at about 131. It's about 131.25, 131.30, right in that general area, just shy of this 131.50 area. So big, strong resistance there. I like trading against this level and shorting against 131.50, but we need to get a little bit closer to 131.50. We've got a nice triple top there, and I think this is going to hold, but I want to get up here closer into kind of the 130.30, maybe even 130.50 area before I start shorting. I don't want to have too large of a stop loss here. So looking for this thing to kind of head up just a little bit. You can see we've had kind of these little bounces off of, there's some pretty good support and resistance here at about 128.75. You can see it even better here on this 4-hour chart. Tested. So 128.75 is a good level to trade against right now in heading up to that targeted area of about 130.30 to potentially 130.50, somewhere up in this general area. And again, our whole goal is to get stops up above this 131.30 area to start shorting from there. So we're currently in a trade long on the euro dollar from the group, and we're looking again for this to head up in that general area. But these are going to be the important levels to watch. Below 128.75, I'll go short again if this thing stalls out for some reason and decides to head down. Below 128.75, nice support to break out and trade against. Otherwise, again, I'm targeting about 130.30 to 130.50, and we're going to start looking for opportunities to short against this high of the weekly pin bar. That's going to be super crucial, super important, and I think that run could very, very likely have a nice move into about 12700. So I'm looking for 3 to 350 pips on that move against 131.50. So, should be a very good little run on this euro dollar. Pound dollar has kind of been all over the place. We've talked about this a little bit on and off, and I'm not super interested in what I see happening on the pound dollar. It's a lot of chop, and you can see that 160.130 has been holding pretty well, but just a lot of mess. So watch trend lines, watch the basics, look for missed pivot points, all of that stuff. If you see anything happening exciting there, but I just really don't. I don't think the pound dollar has anything too much to offer us for the moment. Euro yen, on the other hand, euro yen is looking pretty good. Again, if we go out to this weekly chart, we see that we've got just a little bit of a nice little weekly reversal candle, and things are coming off the top of this daily channel. This is a channel from the daily chart, and we'll look at that in just a moment. But we've got that nice little pin bar right there, nice little reversal candle coming off of these highs off the top of that channel, and it's been coming down pretty nicely. So once again, that's a level that I want to trade against. And we notice that this high right here is it's just shy of 10800. We're at about 107. Let's get the exact high here. This is 107.95. So that's the level we're trading against, but we're about 150 pips below that currently. Now remember, these weekly moves can go very nicely, and you know, we can get some big movement out of them. But I want to see if we can get an opportunity to short this euro yen a little bit higher, probably up above 10700. And I'm going to watch for, you know, price action and for candlestick formations and so on. But above 10700 is where I'm going to start looking for opportunities to short the euro yen and take it down on the big move towards the bottom of this channel right here. So we have a lot of big open space. As of right now, I don't have any specific entries that I love on the euro yen apart from getting this thing up. We got to get it up there above 10700 so we can start shorting against those highs of that weekly reversal candle. So that's what we're going to be looking for on the euro yen. We do currently have a trade on the Aussie dollar, and we're trading against this high right here, 105.15. Which is a nice reversal candle. You see that on the 4-hour chart. Very nice. You know, lots of consolidation. We make this spiking high with a negative candle, and that's all looking good. And it seems to be staying below that nicely. So we're looking to kind of short that against that level for now. We're in profit, and we're going to see if we can stay below this 105.15. If we can, I think we've got a nice little trade down into about 104.20-ish area. So if you're not in it already, look for a little bit of a higher price. But remember, we're shorting against this high right here, 105.15. So currently it's about 30 pips off that level, not super far, but I think there's good opportunity once again to come off of that level and hopefully make a nice little run down. And then a quick look at gold here. Gold had this huge reversal candle. You can see it nicely on the 4-hour and the 1-hour, and this is just massive reversal territory. But it kind of seems like it's running a little bit out of steam here. Nice double bottom, nice move, but it looks like it might be coming into retracement mode just a little bit. I believe gold, and I can't 100% remember this, but I believe gold has some missed levels somewhere in the 1680s that we barely missed, but there's still reason for gold to continue down a bit more. We're just kind of in retracement mode for now, retracing up, so just kind of keep that in mind. Aussie yen still bumping around quite a bit. Couple of reversal candles here to keep an eye on, but it's pretty choppy, so I'm pretty I'm staying away from the Aussie yen just a little bit for now, and we're going to wait for, you know, some of these larger time frames to start confirming some stuff for us. But euro dollar, great setup for some longer term action. Euro yen, great setup for some longer term action. And Aussie dollar, great setup for some shorter there we go, some shorter and also some longer term action. So we have kind of all those lined up pretty nicely. So let's be ready for those. Let's be ready for the movement, and join us in the chat as much as possible. Again, we'll have a live session on Wednesday for the FOMC statement, so that should be very active. So let's keep an eye on that. Best of luck, everyone. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter at DayTradersFX. Thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.